It is 8 o'clock on the East Coast. It is 5 o'clock on the West Coast. It is the 5th of February in the year of our Lord 2026, season 16, episode 31, 752 times you have been welcome to the Clubhouse Podcast, your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. Welcome. My name is Rob. I am the executive producer of the Clubhouse Podcast. And man, there's a lot going on. Alex is actually out on assignment this week, which is why I'm starting with the one shot, because tonight, by the way, 752 times, in case I didn't say it, you've been welcome to the show. Tonight, we have a very special guest, and it ain't Don. He's here all the time. But a man who has not been here with us in many, many moons. And if you're new to the program, get ready to meet one of my favorite humans on God's green earth. But first of all, let me introduce you at the bottom of your screen to the official fact checker of Sooner Gator Productions, and a man that probably needs to move his camera down a little bit. Just a little bit. A little bit more. No, actually, leave it right there, Don. Looks good. Looks good. You may know him as Ig Bunu, but his mama named him Don Ford. I'm going to call him Don Ford. Hey, man.
It's technology working right there.
Right.
But I am happy because I get to see one of my favorite people, too. I'll let you go.
To that way from me, the man, the myth, the legend, a man that I have known let's call it April, for 30 years.
Yep.
You may know him as John Howser, but he is the legend known as Doc. Hey, brother.
Hello, mein Liebchens. Alles klar. Great to see you, Rob. Great to see you too, Don.
Atticus,
That's good seeing you.
Hello to you.
Mm-hmm.
We have so much to get to. Like I said, Alex out on assignment this week. He will be back next week. The Olympics opening ceremonies are upon us, boys. And here's what I don't understand. I love the pageantry. I love when we have, the opening ceremonies but it's not really opening anything because Viking Media, hello to you. We already have events underway. U.S. is already 2-0 in curling. Shouldn't we open the ceremonies and then do stuff?
Usually that's how it's supposed to work. Well, maybe it's a soft opening because, like Chick-fil-A's will do soft openings before they open the restaurant and stuff.
I was going to say it must be like Don's got a Disney World shirt on. Maybe it's like you get the pass holders get in a half an hour early in the morning and get to stay late. I don't know. It's very confusing. Found out today that the U.S. hockey team has been quarantined after a novovirus breakout.
What?
Yes.
Well, they go by boat?
I don't know what happened there. Lindsey Vaughn tears her ACL, but she's still going to compete on Sunday.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people are saying, well, Rob, isn't the Super Bowl on Sunday? The Superb Owl is coming. Yeah, but they're 6 hours ahead. So by the time the Superb Owl kicks off, it's going to be midnight there. And, I am a guy that watches the pregame, but not a lot of people do anymore. And I'm also not looking up the commercials. I want commercials as they happen. But let's go ahead and talk about it. We'll give you Olympic updates as the Winter Olympics go on. It's almost time for the Superb Owl. And, gentlemen, we have a little thing I like to call, where are you? Where's my button? Breaking news. For the Superb Owl, I have been informed by friend of the show, Rachel Wimberly, I will be watching the Superb Owl at Cosm.
Nice. Fantastic.
So I will be bringing you boys a full report on my Cosm experience with the Superb Owl on Sunday. For those of you that haven't bought tickets, I don't know what tickets are left, but they will open their doors at 2 o'clock Central Time on Sunday to watch the game on a screen that you have to experience. Cosm's amazing. I'm looking forward to it. Final line, and I've already gotten Alex's information, so allow me to pull that up real quick on the old phone.
Awesome for the Superb Owl. Not cheap. Not cheap.
I guarantee you it's not.
Yeah. And I want to say hi to everybody in the chat room too. Atticus, Viking Media. We're doing good. Yep.
I'm gonna find Alex's.
Okay.
Here we go. Your final line. Seattle giving 4.5. Your over-under is 45.5. Alex says he wants Seahawks by a narrow margin and the under. So I'm assuming that he's taking New England with the points. Because if he says narrow margin, and that's 4.5. So there's that. Doc, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I would like to see the Seahawks win because I think it's going to be their first. And while the Patriots have been there forever, that's great. But of course, the lady I'm seeing is from Boston. So,
Yo, lady.
I guess I kind of have to be for the Patriots on this one. So, yeah.
Patriots plus 4.5. Take the over under at 45.5.
I'll take the over.
All right, Doc has made his
What's
pick.
up, Doc? The Seattle has won the Super Bowl before.
Oh, they have. Okay, I thought they had.
They've got one. They do have one.
What? Okay, all right.
They got close on another one, but and that was to New England too at that. But me, I think in Vegas, if I had to bet on the line, I'm gonna say I think Seattle wins, and I think it's probably going to be. And I would give the 4.5. I would take Seattle minus the points. And I find it interesting. If you would have bet on these teams to win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year, you'd be a rich man because the betting odds were so low on these teams.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about the NFL. Don't matter who you are, where you are. If you win enough, you're going to the championship.
Parity is a beautiful thing.
Yep.
I believe that karma states Seattle wins this because if they wind up 4th and 1 on the 1, they're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
This is Seattle's time. They're playing consistently. I heard an interview this morning on the radio saying New England's offensive line is going to get bodied by Seattle's defense. It will be in Santa Clara, California at Levi Stadium. I will take the under because I don't think this is going to be a very high scoring game, but I will say that Seattle will cover 4.5. But I'm also the guy that got a lot wrong last week. So take that for what you're paying for it. Interesting news coming out this week that the league is in talks.
Yeah, real fast, Rob. Seattle won the Super Bowl in 2013, and that was Super Bowl 48. And then also they were in 14 in 2005 also. So they lost to New England in 14, and then 2005 they were also in on that one also. Just a little factoid.
Okay, I was living in Canada for a while.
Okay,
so that's why I missed all that. So yeah.
Disney is in talks with the NFL that would make the NFL a minority stakeholder in ESPN, which would give them control of, which would give ESPN control of the NFL Network and Red Zone. I've not heard any new talks on that since about Tuesday, but just don't take away I've got Disney Plus, I've got Hulu. Just don't take away my Red Zone. I'll be fine. I love my Red Zone. Red Zone brings me joy. Do not deny me joy.
You think if the Red Zone goes to Disney, do you think that would be part of Disney Plus?
It'll be Hulu.
What?
It'll be Hulu for Hulu's getting absorbed into Disney Plus later this year. They're estimating August on that.
Okay.
So it more than likely would be a Disney Plus thing. So, NBA standing Southeast Division, the Washington Wizards are terrible, but they're 12.5 games back. They're 9 back on Charlotte. Charlotte, who snapped a losing streak, and they're on a 7-game win streak now, by the way. They are a game and a half now back on Atlanta. Hawks are a game and a half back in Orlando. Orlando now a half game back on my beloved Heat. Not a lot, in my opinion, not a lot of huge trades at the deadline for the NBA today. Anthony Davis was traded from the Mavericks to the Wizards. So there was that. Porzingis goes to LA. Nothing that made me go, ooh. Giannis is staying where he is, and then releases a tweet that said, legends don't travel. They are attracted to. So there's that. In the Atlantic Division, Brooklyn is terrible. They're 19 games back. They are, 15 and a half games back of Toronto. The Raptors and Philly are both tied 3.5 back of Boston and New York, who are tied as well. By the way, Daryl's Knicks are on an 8-game heater right now. In the Central Division that has no Eastern or Western, the Indiana Pacers continue to slide. And remember, last year, they almost went all the way, kids. Just remember that. They are 25 games back in the division right now. They are 12 back of Milwaukee. The Bucks are 3 back of Chicago. Chicago now, they made it to the finals but lost. Chicago now 6.5 back of Cleveland. Cleveland is now 7.5 back on the Detroit Pistons, former champs of basketball. In the Western Conference, Southwest Division, Fly Pelican continues to be terrible. They're 22.5 back in their own division, and we're not even at the All-Star break. We got another week to go on that. They are 7.5 back of the Mavericks. The Mavericks now 1.5 back on Memphis. Memphis now 11 back on Houston. Houston now 2.5 back on San Antonio. By the way, the Mavericks are on a 5-game skid. Sunday was the anniversary of the Luka trade. You can believe that. And right here at Sunset Lounge DFW, just wondering with Norm Hitchkiss. Norm has a very interesting take on things that have occurred in the last year. So go check that out right here at Sunset Lounge DFW. In the Northwest Division, because things are north and west of us, the Utah Jazz, still bad. They're 23.5 games back. They're 7 back on Portland. Portland now 7.5 back on Minnesota. The Timberwolves are a game back on Denver. Oklahoma City now 7 games up in that division. By the way, point differential for Oklahoma City is a plus 12.5 in the NBA. And in the Pacific Division, because the Pacific is in the West, the Sacramento Kings. They're 12-40 right now. They're 19.5 back. They are 12 back of the Clippers. Clippers now 3.5 back of Golden State. Warriors are 4 back of both the Lakers and Phoenix. By the way, Sacramento is 0-10 in their last 10, which means they're also on a 10-game skid. In the NHL, Eastern Conference, Atlantic Division, the Ottawa Senators have 61 points. Them and my beloved Panthers, who are playing my beloved Lightning right now, they are both 15 back. They're 2 back of Toronto Maple Leafs, now 6 back on Boston. Boston now 1 point back on the Sabres, who are 2 back on Detroit, who are tied with the Montreal Canadiens. Thank you, Don. And they are both 4 points back on my beloved Lightning, who are on a 4-game heater. In where, Don?
The Metropolitan Division.
Thank you, sir. The New York Rangers are in the cellar. They are 26 points out of first place. They're 8 back on Jersey. Jersey 2 back on Philly. Philly now 3 back on Washington. Columbus has won 7 in a row and are 9-1 in their last 10. They are creeping up on the Islanders back to, and the Islanders, Don, are 1 point back on your Pittsburgh Penguins. You're 7-1-2 in your last 10, and you only trail Carolina by 8 points.
Okay, we were down I think 10 last.
I know. You're holding on, man.
I know. Don't make the playoffs.
Playoffs? In the Western Conference Pacific Division, the Vancouver Canucks, they're 22 points out of first place. They're 10 back on Calgary. Calgary 6 back on San Jose. The Sharks are 2 back on the Kings. Kings currently are 3 back on Anaheim, who are tied with the Kraken. They're both a point back on Edmonton, and Vegas still holds a 2-point lead in that particular division. And in the Central Division, that also has no Eastern or Western, the St. Louis Blues currently are, 34 points out of first place. They'll be fine. They're 3 back on the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets are a point back on Chicago. Chicago now 6 back on Nashville. Predators are 5 back on Utah. Mammoth, again, it should be the Utah Mammoths, not the Utah Mammoth. But they're also the Utah Jazz, so maybe it all works out. Mammoth is 13 back on the Stars. The Stars are a point back on Minnesota, who are, by the way, between Minnesota and Dallas, that's 11 wins in a row. And right now, the Wild is 5 back on Colorado. Gentlemen, it is time to play North America's favorite game show. And we have a different team again.
No.
We're moving around a lot.
I know. We had a tie 2 weeks ago. Now we have one team, now another.
Yeah. What is the goal differential for the Vancouver Canucks?
All right. So last
week it was the St. Louis Blues.
And I think they were at close to negative 50 last week.
I'm
going to be daring. I'm going to go big.
You don't listen to the show back. I'm not telling you.
I'm going to go negative 60. I'm going to go up a little bit.
Doc?
I would say plus 100 for the Memphis River Kings.
That is not an option.
No, it should be.
What is the goal differential for the Vancouver Canucks?
I have no idea.
The Vancouver Canucks have played 57 games.
Okay.
In those 57 games, they are 18-33-6.
Ooh.
They are 6-21-4 at home. They're 12-18-2 on the road. They're on a 3-game skid. They're 2-7-1 in their last 10.
Oh, dear.
Now, last week, the St. Louis Blues were in North America's favorite game show at a minus 55. They are currently at a minus 56.
Oh, no.
Don said minus 60. The Vancouver Canucks, Doc, had you played the Price is Right style and said minus 61,
I would have gotten, but okay.
It would have been correct.
Should have done that.
So we're going to be keeping that. You know, I think we were spoiled by baseball because it was the same team, bell to bell.
Yeah,
clobbered. Rockies clobbered.
And also, like last year's, we had the same hockey team almost bell to bell too.
But it makes it interesting when you get a tie, then one team, then another team. You know, they're fighting to be the worst in the league. Good for them.
All right, kids, we need you to mark March 8th on your calendar. If you are here in our fair burg, Retro Expo will be in Plano, Texas. I will be there doing the moderating thing for Doc. We've got old school and new school Battlestar Galactica casts.
Nice.
And someone else I think you will be very interested in doing a Q&A live that weekend in Retro Expo.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bruce Kulick is going to be there.
Really?
Yes. Man who played guitar for Kiss for a decade and a half.
I actually got to help out an interview with them in Waco, Texas, when Bruce was actually new to Kiss. At that point, but yeah.
I am very much looking forward to this show. And the Clubhouse Podcast, one of these kids is doing his own thing, will be there live on Sunday, March 8th. We're going to be doing a live show. So the way it'll work that week is on Thursday, we'll do all the wrestling stuff. And then Sunday, we'll do all the pop culture stuff. Cool. We'll probably do the sports on Thursday too. And we'll go about 45 minutes. Come hang out. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be some guests from Monster High are going to be there. I'm looking forward to this show. It's going to be a great show. Some great artists are going to be there as well. It'll be at the Plano Center, located off of Spring Creek and Central, the weekend of March 7th and 8th. And that's one of 3 weeks in a row that I'll have shows, because the weekend before that, I will be in Pflugerville for Giganticon. And the weekend after that, I will be in New Braunfels for Hill Country Comic Con. And guess what the weekend after that is, Doc?
Pinball Festival.
You better believe it is.
Heck yeah. I
am very excited, as I always am, for the Texas Pinball Festival. Man, I miss the days when we did the show there. It was so much fun.
Oh, I know.
All right, let's get into television. We have an RIP for this week. Don, I would like you to play your default ringtone, please.
I know. Hold on. Yep. Bear with me.
Doc, have you ever heard Don's default ringtone?
I have not. It's been a little bit, so I'm curious.
Hold on. Tones, sounds, battery. I'm trying to get it. Oh, sounds, here they are. Okay.
I mean, my default ringtone is "Hallowed Be Thy Name" from Iron Maiden, so that's what I would do.
Nothing's playing, Don.
Nothing's
playing.
So the sound of silence.
Yeah. Nothing is playing, Don.
But Don's having a good time.
Nothing played, Don.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah,
played.
we couldn't hear anything.
Oh, really?
We
Let
got
me do it
silent.
again. Oh, yeah.
Hmm?
Nothing.
Cha-cha-cha.
There it is. It's the theme from Sanford and Son.
Oh yes, Lamont, big dummy.
Grady Desmond Wilson, Lamont Sanford, passed away at the age of 79 this week.
Yeah,
I love that show.
I do.
Yep.
I love that show so much.
Grew up with it.
And so we want to send all of our best to his friends, family, and fans. And found out this past week, announced on Tuesday, season 7, the upcoming season of the Kelly Clarkson Show, will be its last. She is stepping away and going to spend time with her family, and decides that she's going to show up on The Voice every once and again. So let's get to stuff we watched this week in TV. Doc, anything you watched on TV this week that stood out for you?
You know, I have been watching this Korean cooking show on Netflix, Culinary Class Wars, and I am addicted to it. And it basically, think of everything you see in a Gordon Ramsay show, with everybody being so mean, and flip it. And everybody is so nice. They're always rooting for their competitor. They want their competitor to win. It is the most bizarre thing. And it's just like, I don't know why, but I love it so.
I've heard a lot about this.
I really recommend it. It's a great show. But you're familiar with the Don, or you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm on season 2.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of it. I'm in the middle of season 2.
Season 2 too. I love season 1. It's like the movie Chef. Don't watch it on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
because you will be hungry watching that show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you will.
All right, Don, what you got?
They dropped the final episode of the second season of Fallout.
Oh yeah.
On Prime. Walton Goggins on that. It ended good. Spoiler free. I was happy with the ending. And then we also started it. They dropped the first episode on Sunday on the MGM network. Vanished. It's about a lady who has a boyfriend, fiance, and all of a sudden he just vanishes off the train. And it's like, where did he go, kind of thing. So the first episode was the other night. So
is that a remake of the Kiefer Sutherland film, Vanished? But they're making a.
That was The Vanishing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
It's good.
Yeah, that was a series on Fox, which is now on Netflix because my wife is watching it right now.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
And Don was very much into that show.
Cool. I'll check it out.
That was The Following that you were in.
The Following.
That's the Kevin Bacon show.
Okay.
I actually watched something on TV this week.
Yes.
Last night, we had a triumphant return on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
It was time to play the music.
Oh, yeah.
Time to light the lights.
I haven't seen it yet, so yeah, but I know what you're
Time to get things started on The Muppet Show tonight.
Was it Sabrina Carpenter was on it? Is she like
She's an executive producer?
Oh, she is. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that in the credits. Her and Seth Rogen and Seth Rogen's producing partner are all parts of it. I have so much joy right now. Because I know they did Muppets Tonight in the 80s and they tried to update it, which why? And then they did that show in the aughts that was kind of like The Office.
Yeah.
This is the Muppet Show.
Cool.
It is everything. If you are like me, I have the first 3 seasons on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
I never released 4 and 5. If you are like me and you are an addict of the OG Muppet Show, this is that.
Fantastic.
And like there's actual humans in the audience this go round, which is kind of cool. Statler and Waldorf are up in the balcony.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so I'm game.
I'm not giving anything away, Don.
Yeah.
Dr. Teeth and the Mayhem are in the pit. The trailer they released a couple of weeks ago is actually the opening scene before they do the opening.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody's back. I have not seen Sweetums yet.
Oh, he'll be around. Yeah,
Oh,
we
he
hope
will.
we get appearance.
Well, they haven't said if they're doing any more episodes. Like this, I think this was like a pilot. And I really want to see the ratings on this because it crushed. Because even Kermit says, we're back, at least for today. We're going to see how this goes. Don, I will tell you this.
Yeah.
You do get Muppet Labs.
Oh, okay.
Or the future is being made today.
And you do get a stunt from the great Gonzo.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter is the musical guest. I was so happy with this.
Cool. All right.
It could not have been better for me. I mean, they stuck the landing. Thank you, Seth Rogen. Thank you, Sabrina Carpenter. Thank you, Disney, for doing this and doing it right. I am over the moon right now. And Don, watch it as soon as we get off air. It's 23 minutes. It's not that long because it's a half an hour thing.
The Sweetums, did you say?
Sweetums is the only one I didn't see that I was
Which one's that? Is that the Swedish Chef?
No.
They get into a sketch, but there was a Swedish Chef. Sweetums is the big monster.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big furry brown
like
monster.
Rotten Tomatoes, it's like kicking it like 100% on Rotten
It
Tomatoes.
should be.
Sweetums is the one who was always chasing the bus in the first one. So
okay.
He was chasing.
Jen and I went to Disney on our honeymoon, and if you watch the video where we're at MGM filming the parade, you literally hear me yell the phrase, "You the man, Sweetums!" So,
and back in the day when that show was on, if you made the show, that means you were famous. People fought to be on that show.
As a
Sylvester
child,
Stallone,
when they did the
John,
Star Wars episode, as a child, I came unglued.
I like the Vincent Price episode. That was one of my favorites.
There's not a bad episode.
Oh, I know, yeah.
In 5
that one, that Gonzo, I'll sell my soul for a pen. You wanted to sign the contract to sell a soul.
This is where we got Menomina from. One of my personal favorites besides Pigs in Space. Veterinary Hospital. The continuing story of a quack who's gone to the dogs. And the ballroom. I mean, they bring those three back alone, and you got me.
Was it
what about Beaker? What about the lab and the beaker and all that?
Well, that's Muppet Lab. Yeah,
Muppet Labs. You get Muppet Labs in this episode.
Okay, cool.
Did they bring back a swine track?
Being made today.
Well, what about swine track?
That's Pigs in Space.
Oh, Pigs in Space. Sorry.
We didn't get Pigs in Space yet.
Okay.
We did get Pigs in Wigs. And that's all I'm saying, because that one has an appearance by my current favorite Muppet, whose outfit at the end of the show popped me like a child. And the people on this show will get it. A lot of people don't.
Okay.
And I'm okay with it.
All right, so keep it as a surprise. Okay.
Go watch The Muppet Show. It was everything.
Cool. Can't wait.
Apple TV announced this week that Your Friends and Neighbors has been renewed for season 3. They have also, Doc, I don't know if you heard about this last year. They're doing a serialized version of Cape Fear.
I heard about that.
The first 2 episodes will drop June 5th.
Cool. All right.
Like, that was such a big announcement. When I got the email, I wasn't allowed to announce it for another day.
Oh, wow.
It's very rare that I see an embargo on an announcement. I'm like, the show's 2 days later. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
HBO Max, TBS, TNT announces that House of the Dragon will end with season 4. So if you're keeping track of that, they have renewed It's Florida, Man for season 3. And it was announced. Remember earlier, Don, I said last week, if I'm a betting man, and I'm not sure, I lose a lot of money.
I read this.
I would have been wrong about Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. It does return on the 15th, not the 22nd.
Okay.
So I do love that show, and I'm waiting for it to come back. And Have I Got News for You has been back for a couple of weeks. I love that show. I'm such a huge Roy Wood Jr. fan that I can watch that guy read the phone book.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix has renewed Finding Her Edge for season 2, the series about the ice skater girl.
Okay. Right.
And they have renewed Ted Danson's Man on the Inside for season 3, which Jason Mantzoukas is part of season 2.
Cool. All right.
And that he was just on Danson's podcast. It's a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Paramount Plus CBS has renewed NCIS Sydney for season 4. Peacock NBC Universal. Interesting news from them this week. They're doing a buddy comedy. They've ordered a series about rival therapists who become best friends. It's based on a true story. And your therapists will be played by Katie Seagal and Jane Lynch.
Oh, okay.
I am intrigued by this.
At first I was like, but you had me there. Okay, yeah. You got me back with that. Yeah, okay.
SNL is off until February 28th when Connor Story will be hosting with Mumford & Sons as your musical guest.
Is the fourth Mumford, they have the guitar player back, or is he still out, or do we know?
No idea. But this season's been rough. It has been a slog for me.
It's had a moment or two, which I chuckled, but it's
like even Weekend Update has struggled this year.
Well, I knew something was off when I think it was the Christmas episode when they were going to do the joke trading, like jokes we haven't read before, and they only did half of it.
Yeah,
I was expecting, well, where's Colin Joseph's jokes?
Yeah,
I was like, did y'all just phone it in? Was there something happen in the writer's room, or
the writing this year? It's just not good, and half the musical guests I've never even heard of.
I liked what was the actual band that they played real instruments? Was it Somber? No, I forget, but it was really good.
No, it was Geese.
That's who it was.
I didn't get them. Their drummer was fantastic.
I was just happy it was real instruments. Those guys, I can spot the technical stuff. Those guys did everything live, and that was impressive. Even if you didn't care for the music, what they were doing on stage was actually. And the second song I thought was better than the first. The first song was like okay, but the second song was
so mellow.
No, you had to see the second song.
I saw the second song, and the drummer makes that song.
Yeah,
because that drummer's fantastic.
Yeah,
I was just like, I don't get it, and I don't think it's Old Man Rob. I just didn't get it. And for people that don't know, between Doc and I, we're in like 17 bands, and I'm in one. So
okay, yeah, it's frighteningly accurate, but okay.
I don't know. I think we can tally it up and look at the paperwork.
With the mercenary stuff I'm doing,
talk about the new album real quick before we move forward.
Oh, okay. New record, which I did all bass work and keyboards on and some production for Chemical Tree. It's called Faith and Gravity. You can find it on all streaming platforms. It's also on Bandcamp for purchase. On there, I have also a progressive metal record where I did all the keyboard work for a group called Resonance Theory. If you like Iron Maiden and keyboards, basically it sounds like Halloween with synth. That's going to be coming out in May. And then, of course, if you're in the DFW area, come see. There's a variety of bands which I do work for. You'll see Raised on Journey. You'll see Graceland Ninjas, Double Vision, which is a foreigner group. I'm doing all that's happening in March. I'll be actually starting next weekend. I'll be pretty much playing live with those groups, all three of those, and a couple more thrown in for the following 2-3 months in a row. So it's going to be while trying to wrap up the Resonance Theory record.
So go, we'll make sure Doc gets all the links up and have on our social media. We got no problem with that.
Yeah, we'll do this, but especially come check out Chemical Tree. That's the latest. The cool thing about the record, real quick, everybody got out of their comfort zone. Everybody played different stuff. And we also used hardly any technology. Everything was done live. No cutting, pasting. Everything you hear on the record was recorded live. In fact, the meat of the record, first takes, meaning that all of us had to play exactly with no mistakes through the entirety of the song. No punch in, punch out.
And Doc owns a 12-string bass.
Yes.
You know
that.
Yeah. Peacock NBC Universal has renewed the Reba Show Happy Place, and they've also renewed St. Dennis Medical, both for their third season. More God of War casting from Prime Video. Alistair Duncan will play Mimi. He also voiced that character in the game, and Brock and Sindri, the brothers, will be played by Danny Woodburn and Jeff Golka, respectively. No TV on DVD and Blu-ray this week of knowledge, but I do want to jump back real quick and one quick music note, Doc. I want to do one quick free association because I have not gotten your opinion yet because you and I haven't been hang out in forever.
All right.
Annika Niles.
I like it.
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in. It's interesting.
She is a young lady that will be playing with Rush. I looked her up on YouTube. She's fantastic.
She is. She's so talented. It's an interesting choice, but I also did the dive. I'm like, oh, first I'm like, huh? I'm like, oh, I get it. No, this is going to be interesting. I'm
very difficult. It plays the toms flat, and she's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I was rooting for Portnoy or Denny Carey. I was hoping it was going to be one of those two guys, but that's all right. But she's fantastic.
Guy from Dance Fever.
Yeah, that's Denny Terry. Oh. God, why do I know that? God.
Because you're like me. Because this is part of the reason you and I have been friends for so long.
Exactly.
We get each other's references.
Yeah, at first I was like, huh? But when I saw her play, I'm like, okay, I absolutely get it. I get it.
All right, let's talk about our official sponsor here at Sunset Lounge DFW. Sleepless nights, pain, anxiety. It's all part of our lives. What if you could solve that and if you could do it naturally? CBD House of Healing is here to help. It's a women-owned boutique that specializes in only products made from their labs so it meets their quality standards and their purity standards. Their owner, Summer Hansen, is a registered nurse. This is important because we're not just sending you somewhere where the dude's like, oh, you should do this, bro. She wants to build trusted relationships through educating you because when you have the knowledge, you can care for yourself. And that is the ultimate goal with CBD House of Healing. Find that relief from stress, from the aches, from the pains, from the sleepless nights at cbddallas.com or go visit them at the corner of Plano Road and Northwest Highway right there in the bustling Dallas area. You can even get slushies there. So you need to be able to find the healing you need. Do so at CBD House of Healing. And we thank CBD House of Healing for being a part of this madness. All right, let's get into movie talk. Again, this RIP hurt. I was having lunch with Alex on Friday. And my social media went ballistic. We lost Catherine O'Hara at the age of 71. An absolute jewel of a human by all accounts. Comedic genius. There's a reason that Christopher Guest put her in everything.
Yes.
She is an improv legend. A lot of people know her as Kevin's mom in the Home Alone movies, and that's fine. I would implore you to see films like A Mighty Wind or Best in Show because, we got the dog show this week, so go watch Best in Show. Mm-hmm. She was an SCTV alum. Absolutely wonderful. Of course, Schitt's Creek. She was probably the most quotable person on that show. That would hurt. Anything you guys want to talk about with Catherine O'Hara?
My first introduction, I had to be 12, 13, and I was staying up late. Sorry, I just watched Saturday Night Live. This is back when you couldn't record anything.
Yep.
This is pre-VHS.
Well, and you can't find SCTV to own anywhere.
Yeah, and
it's not on Blu-ray at all. And that's a crime. It's a crime.
I just watched Saturday Night Live. I was up in my bedroom, and I happened to flip the TV around. I'm like, SCTV, what is this? And all of a sudden, this show came on, and of course, you had everybody on there, but Catherine O'Hara, and then she did I think it was the Brooke Shields skit. And everybody on the show is wonderful, but she really just stood out. I'm like, this person's amazing. And then, 10 minutes later, there's another character. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, this show's better than Saturday Night Live, and this was Saturday Night Live in its peak, you know. And so if I was, Saturday, I would stay up late, come home and that was just watching her, and that was my first introduction. Everything that's been a love affair since. So yeah.
Don, anything for you?
Yeah, I remember those Spinal Tap was one of the original mockumentary films, but when she was in Best in Show, stuff like that, I love that character of Cookie. And at the Westminster this year, on the last night there at the beginning of the thing, they did a big panorama thing on the big scoreboard with a tribute to her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they even did her scenes from Best in Show and stuff like that, and say R.I.P. and all. It was very classy, but it just showed the scenes from that movie, which again, she could do the stuff like the mockumentaries, like Best in Show, all that stuff, and then do stuff like Home Alone, all that. And like Macaulay Culkin said, I miss my mom and stuff like that, which was really, really cool what he said after
his post kind of crushed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Doc, I will tell you, the Criteria did release Spinal Tap on 4K.
Oh yeah.
With all the original features. I have it.
Does it have so it has the commentary, which is actually some people's opinions, it's better than the actual film.
Well, and there's also a new one with them as not them.
Oh yeah.
There's one in character and there's one not in character. I haven't watched it without yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff we watched this week, I'm gonna defer to when we get to movie new releases, because most of the movies I watched this week were new releases. Anything from you boys on a movie front?
Yeah. First off, I did watch. They dropped it on Netflix, and it's like number 2, Cop Shop with Gerard Butler.
That was actually at the Dip a few years ago, Don.
I didn't see it then, but it is what it is. I did take your advice, and I saw the new one with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista.
The Wrecking Crew. What'd you think?
The Wrecking Crew. It was fun. It was it's somewhat predictable, all that stuff, but getting them together, it made me smile. It's not gonna make my top 10 of the year, but
Doc, put that on your list. The Wrecking Crew.
I've got it. It's on my queue. It's on my queue.
Yeah. And then the last one was, I saw the first one, haven't got to the second one, of the Mel Brooks.
So you saw the story at the end of the first one.
Yeah, about
Blazing Saddles. Don't give it away.
I know.
But Doc, yeah, that Mel Brooks 2-part is really good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, any movies from you, Doc, this week that you watched?
Sad to say, I did actually have time. I went on Amazon and I rewatched Deathstalker for like the 3rd time. If y'all don't know what that is, it is one of those 80s warrior in a lost land.
Arrow Video just did a special edition of it.
Yeah. It's still
one of the two.
I'm a big lover of 80s cheesy sci-fi fantasy, and this hits everything. Swords, babes, brawn, everything, and wizards. It just everything. It's got it all. Speaking
of which, have you seen the Masters of the Universe trailer yet?
Yeah,
I'm all in.
I'm in. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It made me giddy, and I'm like,
let's get to trailer talk. I watched a couple of trailers this week. Last Ride is a film that was executive produced by Spike Lee, and one of the kids in it actually wears his Brooklyn hat that's flipped up.
Mm-hmm.
This is about 3 kids who get trapped in a ski lift, and the guy that's piloting
gondola. Is it in a gondola?
Yeah,
gondola,
it's not a bar; it's a gondola.
Yeah, gondola.
And it's the power goes out all over the city, and the sun goes down. And I said, no, thank you, because no. Also, I did see that comes out on Netflix, I believe, this weekend. Have you either of you guys see the trailer for War Machine? This is not Marvel.
No, I know what it is, but I haven't. I haven't watched the trailer yet. But
Alan
I know what
Richson,
it is.
who you know from Jack Reacher, he's an Army Ranger, and he and his unit, that's the guys. Get your mind out of the gutter. They stumble upon what they think is a spaceship that turns into a Sentinel robot. So think Predator, but it's a robot instead of a being.
Yeah.
The cheese factor's through the roof. I feel like, Doc, you need to lock and load this one.
It's on my list. I love my cheese.
Speaking of
6th.
cheese,
It's March 6th.
March
so
6th.
that's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. Oh, March 6th? I thought it was February.
March 6th. I'm looking at it right now. It says War Machine.
Oh, that was March 6th. The website I use had tomorrow for some reason.
Yeah, I'm looking at Netflix right now. It says March 6th.
St. Patrick's Day 2028 is your release date for Fast Forever. So get ready for your 11th Fast and Furious movie. Not counting the side quests. Doc, have you seen K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yes, parts of it. I got home and I was like, oh, let's watch that. And I love it.
We all love
it.
It's much better than it has any reason to be. Period.
Yeah.
But Golden, the song from the movie, becomes the first K-pop Grammy winner ever.
Really?
So congrats to those kids.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we just said the Grammys.
For them.
Also from the Grammys, Steven Spielberg now has the EGOT.
Oh, did he?
He got
Best Music Film for music by John Williams.
Mm-hmm.
So he joins that club. I just, Tracy Jordan, greatest EGOT of all time.
Oh, may I add one?
Please do.
The Cure for best alternate. They finally won a Grammy for
way overdue.
By the way, that Cure album is probably their best in the 15
I'm
years.
gonna check that out.
It's an amazing record. Songs from a Lost World, highly recommended for if you were. It reminded me of the first time I heard Disintegration.
Oh wow!
Record. It gave me those kind of chills.
You say the name of that album, and all I can hear is
Pictures of You, or
no, Stan from South Park. Disintegration is the greatest album ever.
Yeah, pretty much. And Songs from a Lost World, I would put it. I mean, it's almost, but if the Cure ended their career on this record, I'd be like, well done.
Last week we announced a new version of The Exorcist that will star Scarlett Johansson that Blumhouse is doing. They have announced 2 more people that will be part of it this week. Chiwetel Ejiofor and Lawrence Fishburne have joined the cast of this new Exorcist film.
Okay, well, all right.
Fishburne.
And A24 now has the TV and film rights to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so they're going to be redoing that. Glenn Powell's going to be producing on that. So they haven't said where it's going to land, but they're going to do a TV and a movie. So, movie new releases in places you get movie new releases this week. We have this new version of Dracula.
The Luc Besson one.
Yeah, and it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. Just when you think that this legend has got nothing left in it, you're out of your mind, because Christoph Waltz is in this. Caleb Landry Jones is in this. Watch the trailer. It looks fantastic. Also, Whistle. This is a horror film. Basically takes place in a high school, and if you hear a certain frequency, you basically become a zombie. Because
it's a take of the Aztec death whistle is what it is. So yeah, but go ahead.
Solo Mio. This is a Kevin James film about a guy who gets left at the altar and goes on the honeymoon by himself. It looks cute. I'll check it out. I think it's a Prime Video thing. The Strangers Chapter 3. No, thank you. The 2 movies I screened this week. I screened The Moment with Charlie XCX. This is a mockumentary. Basically, it's her playing an exaggerated version of herself as Brat Summer takes over the world in 2024. I really enjoyed this.
It sounds like Spice World, but I think I might check it out. I mean, I like Charlie XCX. I like
less tongue in cheek. This I basically, it's Spinal Tap with the awkwardness of The Office and without the talking heads.
Oh, okay.
It's all regular footage. There's no interview footage. It's almost voyeuristic in its nature. because the way it's shot, it's one of those things where you feel like the camera is you and you're following them around. Stellan Skarsgård is in this. Not Stellan, no, Alexander. I'm sorry, not Stellan. Alexander. He hosted SNL last week. He's a guy that's been hired by the record label to do a concert film of her tour, and the lady at the label who's running everything is played by Rosanna Arquette, which is really, I mean, it's a really, really good movie. It's the first two acts are a little goofy, but not Spinal Tap goofy. The third act takes a very serious tone, which is a huge risk in a film like this, but it pays off. And then after the screening, we got to watch about a 30-minute Q&A with Charlie XCX and the director.
Oh, cool.
Which was kind of cool. It was like their third one they'd ever done, which was kind of nice.
What was the watch gauge?
35 minutes. Somewhere in there. And they gave us little, actually, I don't want to give it away, but they gave us a prop that ties in. Kind of neat. Okay. I also saw Scarlet this week. I got a screener link for that. This is a new Japanese animated film.
Yeah.
That is amazing. It is
in the preview. Yeah.
Fantastic. On the surface, it is a gender swapped version of Hamlet. But as I mentioned it in my review, currently located at www.theclubhousepodcast.com.
Website.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. That's not even the right one either. That's what I'm looking for. And I don't say this disparagingly, so let me put this up front. When Zack Snyder did Rebel Moon a couple years ago, that atrocity, I referred to it as a sci-fi megamix because there was so much that he just took from different. This is a literary megamix where there are a lot of characters that are named after people in Hamlet, but there are elements of Dante's Inferno in this, Paradise Lost, Princess Mononoke. He borrowed from the story of Joan of Arc.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Basically, Scarlet is a girl. She's the princess in Denmark. Her father is murdered by her brother, and then he marries her mother, Hamlet. But he kills her, and she is in the underworld. And so she goes on a revenge tour in the underworld. She meets up with a guy that helps her out, and when he first meets her, it's a little disorienting. I don't want to give it away. I did see that this is getting an IMAX release, so I'm very intrigued by that. So I may go try to catch it in the theater. It looks gorgeous. It's got a hybrid animation style that's also kind of risky, but it works. But yeah, go check out Scarlet as it hits theaters this weekend. Movies on DVD and Blu-ray this coming Tuesday. Nuremberg. It was okay. I prefer Judgment at Nuremberg, but this, I mean,
no.
Russell Crowe's great in this. And so is Rami Malek. It's a great cast. John Slattery's in this. I love it. But it's not great. We have a 25th anniversary reissue of Cruel Intentions, which if you could believe it's been 25 years. I will tell you, I once saw a stage version of this that came through town, but it was a jukebox musical and it was all 90s music. And it's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
No, that's the one. It's a retelling of the story of the Marquis de Sade, right?
It's Dangerous Liaisons.
Yeah, Marquis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lawrence of Arabia gets a 4K release this week. Arrow Video is releasing a limited edition of American Yakuza.
Hold on for Lawrence of Arabia. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me 5 seconds.
All right. We are holding for Doc. Doc has the one sheet for Lawrence of Arabia. Very nice. Wait for Doc to get his headset back on.
It's orange.
Yeah. Well, what you don't see that's under the glass, signed by Peter O'Toole.
Very nice.
That's an autograph by Peter O'Toole that he. Yeah.
The Criterion Collection has a 4K release of A Woman Under the Influence and Playtime this week. And normally I would end there. But when Doc is on the show and I see a new release title that I am going to mandate Doc adds to his list for Bad Movie Night.
Okay.
Sharks into Hood.
I've heard the title, but okay, I'm curious. Yeah, okay.
Basically, a tidal wave takes over California, goes to Compton, and a group of cops and gangsters and everybody get together to fight the sharks.
I'm there. I'm in. You had me at Into Hood after that, so yeah.
I saw this. I was like, we got to put it on the list because Doc's on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely in.
No, it's not. It's not. It is not in the Sharknado verse.
Okay.
But I will tell you this, Doc, because I don't think you and I have talked since then. I have seen Big Shark.
I've been wanting to. How is it?
It is wonderful.
I
actually got to do Q&As with Tommy for it.
Oh, cool. All right.
It's everything you think it will be.
Where's it streaming? Where can you get it at?
He was supposed to release it on Blu-ray at Christmas and he never did.
Oh, he hasn't.
Right now, you've got to see it in the theater. It's the only way to watch it.
Wow. Okay. All right.
And the original trailer, he says, if you saw the first cut that I took out, I changed 90%.
That sounds like something he would do.
Sparrow's not even in it. He's listed in the credits because he's in the original trailer.
That's hilarious.
It's wonderful. He even wrote a children's book that goes with it, which I have.
Of course he did.
And Tommy, he was so much fun to work with. I had a blast with him. Got to work with him twice.
Oh well.
All right, let's tell you a little bit about some of the other shows right here at Sunset Lounge DFW.
Hello, it's Mike Reiner of your Dark Companion here. Let me ask you, are you looking for something to fill the long dead air hours of your day? Well, join the Sunset Lounge DFW and your Dark Companion on patreon.com, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. Replace those sad, slow hours with sports, pop culture, music woven into interesting conversations. So step inside the green door, have a seat at the bar, and get in the groove with those shows and so very much more.
And now, this. It is time for the third of this particular presentation, as the Cheap Popcast is all up in your area. Your one-stop shop for the world of professional wrestling. Gentlemen, let's get into it. If you watch WOW, Women of Wrestling, you may have remembered the Tonga twins. They left under some very auspicious circumstances, some things that they said about the locker room. There were rumors of where they were going to wind up. They're actually part of Texas Style Wrestling now. Really? And they are the Island Twins, and they debuted on Texas Style Wrestling this past week. So adjust your rosters accordingly.
Cool.
So, TNA Impact. We had Feast or Fired last week, Doc.
Cool.
And the result, we had it 2 weeks ago. We had the results last week.
Okay.
Eric Young gets an X Division title shot.
Nice.
Trey Miguel gets an international title shot, so he's going to be there longer than a week. Eddie Edwards gets a world title shot, which is what was spoiled the week before if you watched it live on TNA Plus, because they cut the video feed. They forgot to cut the audio feed as they were taping for last week.
Whoopsie.
And Steve Macklin got the fired briefcase.
Really? Okay.
So there's rumors that he really is done with the company, but there are also rumors that they're negotiating a new contract. But his wife does work for AEW and Ring of Honor, so let's see where that goes.
Yeah. Really.
The Rumble was a thing. I love the set. That set was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get into the logistics of the stadium. You can go out there and do your own research.
Yeah.
Don announced last week who the betting favorites were. Both of them won.
Oh, okay.
Because I listened back to the show today on my way home from a thing I had to go do. We had both Bellas, which now they're saying they're going after the tag titles. And I'm very like, you guys took up 2 spots that could have been for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
AJ passes out. So AJ Styles now retired by Gunther.
Which, if you're going to go, that's the way you go.
Who's next?
Which I respect that.
Drew won clean, which was kind of a surprise to me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that he would lose. I figured there would be shenanigans of some form, because I said it last week and I will continue to say it for the next year. He will win the title next year at Mania, not this year. So I didn't expect him to win the Rumble. Or actually, he wasn't in the Rumble, but I didn't expect him to win that match. My pick for the men's Rumble now has the Santino thing going on, because Braun Breaker was in and out after he was attacked by a masked man.
Yeah.
Who I think we can all assume is Seth Rollins, or someone pretending to be Seth Rollins for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
We had original El Grande Americano. Very excited to see where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I texted Alex as I was watching it. You know what I want now? We've got El Grande Americano. We've got Rio and Bravo.
I know what I want.
Original El Grande Americano. What I want El Verdad Americano. Give me El Verdad Americano.
Mm-hmm.
All I want. I'll be a happy man.
Bring back the LWO.
But they're still around a little bit.
But bring them back officially.
Powerhouse Hobbs is now Royce Keys. So adjust your roster accordingly. The name Royce is his son's name.
Okay.
But Royce Keys sounds like something you say to a valet on your way home when you're getting ready to go home.
Yeah.
Race my keys. Race keys.
I was very disappointed that we did not have a Titus O'Neil appearance, because they were in Saudi and it was the Rumble.
Well, you know what I was disappointed in that did not make an appearance again.
Rob Van Dam?
Yes. Where's Rob Van Dam?
I don't think
Again, it's the one prediction I ever made, which actually came
I'm
true.
not sure he can leave the country, Doc. I'm just saying.
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
Roman winning. I did call the way that was going to end up after the Rumble. I knew I just said he's going to go after Punk, because I still believe that Cody will win the Chamber, which will get him to Mania against Drew.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, why not?
It was a very safe Rumble, in my opinion. No, it was enjoyable, but it was.
It was the most lackluster Rumble I've sat through in years.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say that. That's why I said safe.
You
I
know,
just want to say safe. It was
safe. And I think Alex kind of said the same thing. It was safe,
it was safe,
logical. It was book by numbers.
Yeah.
But did you notice something they didn't do? And they tried to spin it. And WWE, you're not going to spin me.
What was that?
There was never an announcement of the attendance.
Oh, that's
Yes.
true.
Exactly.
I didn't notice
did not
that. I did
sound-
not pick up on that.
They said, because it looked like there were entire sections that had nobody in them. And because when it started, I'm like, well, maybe they're fashionably late. Because I even texted Alex. I'm like, are they taking fashionably late to a whole nother level, or is there just not a lot of people there? He said that if you were there and you bought tickets day of, you could have bought lower bowl tickets for $13 American. Now, they said it was because of the way the LEDs were set up. It was a packed house. You just couldn't see it. I'm like, you're not spinning me, dude.
No.
Because you didn't announce. This is a major, and you didn't announce the attendance.
Uh-huh.
They're not going to.
Which
They
you
did not say
always
sold.
do at a major. Always.
They didn't even say sold out arena. Notice how they
And that thing held 25,000.
Uh-huh. For a major.
Yeah.
Where's Mania next year going to be at? A bigger dome?
They're probably going to go back. They're going to go to the stadium next year. I have no doubt.
So they're going to go to a 25,000 stadium instead of going to London, where they could sell out the O2 of 80,000 people.
We covered this last week.
I know.
And did the fireworks show take longer than either Rumble did? Because that fireworks show just kept going. I was like, are we just gonna play all of Back in the Saddle again like 4 times? What are we gonna do?
And, and there's always the local factor of what's going on there that we're unaware of over here.
Yeah.
There's, without, you know what I mean? I'll throw my 2 cents in for that.
They did announce that Backlash will be in Tampa on May 9th at the Benchmark International Arena, which is, I'm assuming, what they're calling where the Lightning play now.
Mm-hmm.
And
on the Rumble.
Go.
Okay, because I want to say my impression though is this: Triple H says this was one of the best. I love you, H, but no, it wasn't.
Well, you got to say
but
that.
Yeah, it's towing no company line, dude.
I know. But the best part of the Rumble for me, I thought the best impression I saw was Sol Ruka. Her performance in that.
Her finisher is one of the coolest things in professional wrestling right now.
Watching her, don't really watch much of her on NXT, but man, she impressed me. One of the best things of the Rumble was her performance. I'm gonna say it right now.
How long do you think it'll be before she gets brought up?
Oh, after the Rumble performance, they'll want her up. I'd say probably by after the night after WrestleMania.
It'll be after Mania because they've got to finish this storyline with Zarya.
Oh, okay.
It'll be the night after Mania, Wrestling New Year's.
Unless we have a draft between now and then.
Sure. Yeah, I could see that, but and I think Liv Morgan, she'll take on Byra, and I think that Jordan Grace will win the Chamber, then she'll take on Jade.
I think Liv will take on Stephanie Vicaire.
Sorry, but then I think Jade will take on Jordan Grace, who will win the Chamber.
Yeah,
they're teasing that.
There's a thing called Sumer Sports out there. I'm assuming this is somewhere overseas, but they're doing a show called The Evaluation for the NFL Draft, which will be hosted by Big E.
He was recently on something else.
He's doing a great job at the desk. I want him to stay on as a desk. If he can't come back, keep him at the desk because he's fantastic.
Oh, he was on a Gordon Ramsay show, Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Big E was on Hell's Kitchen recently.
From SmackDown, I felt we have a missed opportunity, and maybe we'll follow up on this. I wanted to see, if you guys noticed this or not. When the Vision came out in the beginning of SmackDown and Logan Paul tore his shirt off, he was wearing a mic between his pecs.
I saw that.
Which I'm sure it was for his, for content or whatever. But I want a fantasy booking where that comes into play later, where it turns out he's been recording all of their secret meetings. And that's how you turn him.
Interesting angle. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
From a Raw standpoint, Corey Graves is now teaching live sports production at Pennsylvania's Point Park University. So I'm kind of interested in that. I think that's kind of cool that he's doing that. Sometimes, like, Alex is not a fan of signs. But sometimes even the simplest of signs can pop me, because when they came out in the beginning of Raw, some guy in the crowd just had a sign that just said "Prime tastes bad," and it just made me giggle.
That's funny.
But Liv does choose Stephanie. Roman chooses Punk, which I knew would happen.
Yeah,
that match is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm
very much looking forward to that. We find out after we went off the air last week that Ava, also known as Dwayne's daughter, did not renew her contract. So she's gone from the company. Robert Stone is your interim GM. Carmella says on social media she wants the gig. So we're going to see where that goes. Vengeance is set for March 7th. That'll be at the PC. And Roadblock is going to be March 31st at the Emphasis Theater at MSG. Your main event from NXT was a 7-man ladder match for the title and won by the great Joe Hendry. So I'm very excited for Joe Hendry to win that belt. AEW is working with Adult Swim and Nick Collins on a new animated series, but they haven't said what it's going to be yet. So they just did a bunch of comic book work. So we'll see where that goes. Jake Doyle, formerly known as Jake Something, we got an update on him. He's going to be out anywhere from 4 to 7 months, depending on the surgery he decides on. The current time frame is in the spring. Get it done right. That's all I'm saying. Because I like the guy. Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor are now a tag team, and they're rumored to be known as the Brawling Birds. Triple H would like a word, as would Sheamus.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Interesting. We talked a few weeks ago how Bullet Club is no longer a thing. But on Collision, Clark Connors, friend of the show, and Gabe Kidd, friend of the show, were still referred to as the War Dogs, which was their Bullet Club group. So we're going to see how that goes. And you have a new TNT champion in Tommaso Ciampa. He wins the belt right out of the gate.
Really?
Yes.
I did not keep up with that this week. Okay.
In a great match with Mark Briscoe.
Oh, I should have seen that. Oh man, I should have seen
We're going
that.
to go Broadway.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to Broadway and do the draw. I thought
It was a great
But
match, and Ciampa was a champ. So
I could see it why, but I thought on the first match let them go Broadway and then they could really keep it going more. That's just my thing.
the problem with Broadway matches in this age, you really have to be selective because of the short attention span of the audience. Guys like you and I love the Broadway matches. You go 60 minutes with somebody like that,
Yeah.
it's respect.
Yeah.
But a lot of your audience is you're going to start getting boring chants. You're going to start, people are going to lose
Yeah.
interest, which is why you really have to be selective when you choose a Broadway.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely could have done it.
Okay.
No
I
doubt.
see Broadway. I said that bad. I thought it was going to go the 20-minute time limit. I thought they were going to time limit it.
It's okay. You're
Yeah.
good.
I meant to say
I
that.
thought it would go to a time limit draw. Yeah. Broadway's usually a 60-minute match.
Yeah, my bad.
Which most of their championship matches are.
Yeah.
60-minute time limits. On Dynamite last night, MJF and Brody King have a qualifier match for Brody King to get a shot at Grand Slam Australia, and MJF jobs in the squash. Comes out, gets distracted by Hangman Adam Page. Brody puts the sleeper on him. He passes out and gets pinned. I mean, I know that MJF will always do his best for business, but I didn't think that they do the squash like that because that's really what the matches Brody King's been having. But I like the storytelling. They're going to be in Australia next weekend, boys.
Nice.
So with the internet on Saturday, if you don't want to know, because they're going to have to tape it in the morning because they're showing it in a regular time slot.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
And Ring of Honor tonight, Don, was Global Wars with MPX. I've watched about a little over half of it. I did not know Abaddon is their women's champion.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In a great match.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was two MPX people. There was no Ring of Honor people in that particular match. But it's good to see MPX getting some love.
Exactly. Well, Athena, I heard, she owns part of it from what I heard
Yeah.
or something.
She's basically their liaison.
Yeah.
So anything else that we are missing that y'all want to talk about?
I know they're going to have micro wrestling at Wizards here in about 2 or 3
There's been
weeks.
a lot of that recently.
Yeah, it's been an upkick in here in the Texas area, and there's 2 different companies from what I understand. It's more than just one. I thought it was just the one, but no, there's several companies that are doing it here locally. Well, I say locally, they're performing locally. It could just be a convergence, just the way the booking worked. But yeah, I've been to several of those at the bar shows, and they are extremely fun. I highly recommend people coming out and supporting it. I'm not trying to make fun of it. I mean, I'm a fan. Those guys work their asses off. You still have all the hero villains, their storylines. I highly recommend it. If you've never seen the show, come out and see it. So yeah.
Don, anything for you?
So my thoughts about the Rumble. I thought she kicked butt, and that was the best part. I thought of the Rumble.
There's a QR code over by Doc. You should scan it and you can get to all of our other way, Doc. There you go. It's over there.
There you go.
Well, from my perspective, I'm pointing at nothing, but because it's actually, I see it over here.
Well, I think it's my feed is the one that goes out, and that's where it is on mine.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So it's a mirror thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All of our social media, you can follow us. Make sure because we're putting stuff up all the time. We're getting you reels from the show, things of that nature. We've started doing, when we can, if we're not under embargo, we're doing reaction videos after our screenings. Don, are you doing the one on Saturday?
Gonna make that one.
Okay, I will be at that one.
Okay.
So we'll have a report for that for you next week. You can follow me on all your social. Go, Don.
You're doing the one Tuesday though.
Yeah, I think I'll be there too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will be there. You can follow me on all your social medias if you would like. Everything is yes, that Rob Irvin. That is spelled ERVIN. Doc, go.
Yes, come out and support Chemical Tree. It's exactly how it's spelled. It's 2 words. All major streaming platforms. Please give the album a listen. We'd love to have it. Also, one thing, if you say the Clubhouse enough times, I started getting ads for Pantera's Clubhouse,
which apparently they're talking about reopening that.
They are. It's reopening, and I've been getting ads for it the last 2 weeks because the moment you invited me, I started talking to Clubhouse, and your phone does listen.
They're always listening.
Always listening.
That's
and
why
I got the ad. I got the ad. I'm like, boy, Rob's kind of upped his game here with the. And who's this? Oh, wait a minute, that's not Rob. So,
that's why we say you put podcasts on the end of it, you're gonna wind up somewhere.
Yeah, but please come out and support Chemical Tree online. I'll be performing next weekend, February 14th. I'll be at the Maverick with Tojo. We're going to be playing a full Toto set and a full Journey set. The Maverick. Following week, I'll be with MTV's. Week after that, I'll be with February 28th. I'll be at Barnhill Vineyard with Raised on Journey. We're going to do 2 hours of Journey out there in Anna, Texas. So. And then there's more stacked on top of that. I'll be with Double Vision March 7th at Fat Daddy's in Mansfield. So there you go. That's about there's I could say more, but there you go. If you want to find me, hey, you know where I'm at. So you know how to get a hold of me. But thanks.
That's your cue.
If you want to get some awesome pro wrestling shirts that make me look good, go to prowrestlingtees.com/the-cheap-podcast. And at Twitter, I'm at Igboonu, IGBNUUU. If you want to submit us to your place, email me, don@clubhousepodcast.com.
Email Don for information how we can come do a live show, which we're doing March 8th at Retro Expo in Plano, Texas. We love doing live remote shows and hanging out with the Empire. You can email me questions, comments, concerns. Tell me to go pound sand. I am Rob at theclubhousepodcast.com. Charlotte Marshall is on Pinterest because we're morally obligated to say that. I got to see my sister last weekend, so I was very excited to spend time with her and Kale. And the niece and the nephew and the sister and everybody. Our normal show every Thursday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, is your one-stop shop for all things sports, entertainment, pop culture, and pro wrestling. We're so happy that you're with us. Thank you to our Patreons that we've got a handful of now. If you want to be part, go to patreon.com. Look for Sunset Lounge DFW. Check out all the great shows right here at Sunset Lounge DFW. There's literally something for everyone. So until next time, for Doc, for Don, for Alex, for the Empire, I'm Rob. Clubhouse is closed. Brittany Palmer, where are you?
This is a Stolen Water Media production.